last race of the weekend here in Tours with the Elite 1 division, and it's Villarino starting from pole, thanks once again to his fastest lap in race number 1. Frederic Gabillon in car number 3 starts second, ahead of Nicola Roca in car 56. Matthias Lauda in 66 is just behind. The reigning champion Anthony Campen is still struggling after his DNF in race 1, and he starts back in 8th place. So as the cars go around warming up their tyres, it wants to be a good start then for Villarino. He's on pole, he's got the best position he could have wanted and hoped for at the start of this race. Around the safety car goes, it'll dive into the pits in just a second, and then we will get racing. The car's bunching up, in goes the safety car, the course car, and we are on for some racing. Here goes the green flag, and a great start for Ander Villarino ahead of Gabillon and Roca. We're on board now straight away to see some action up close and personal. And what action it is too, with all the cars bunching up. You can see just there on the outside line, oh, it's car number 66, that was Matthias Lauda trying to go high, couldn't quite get round, but a very, very brave move for him. That is fantastic. So Iniesta qualifying 7th is now behind Chiva and Lauda. 3 cars fighting it out now for 1 place. You can see just how tight it is. Car number 7, that is Iniesta. He is just behind the other 2 of Chiva and Lauda. We go on board now with Iniesta, and you can see just how close he is. He looks like he's got the inside line just there, but it looks to me like car number 66 belonging to Lauda is going to close the gap again. Yes, he does, and you just look to your right hand side. I think he's got through. No, he hasn't. There's very deceptive. Later on the brakes, he's got the inside line right now. As we look now at the battle of first place, this is Ander Villarino ahead of Frederic Gabillon, who is pushing down as much as he can, and there is a bit of a gap starting to be created between the front 2 and then 3rd place. We go on board then with Gabillon, the 2013 NASCAR Whelen Euro Series runner-up. Villarino is starting to open a gap on him just there, as we can see, and these two here starting to pull ahead of the rest of the pack. Not much they can do about that. As we look back at 4th place, Iniesta still behind Chiva, the 3rd. And we are still looking at the battle there for 1st and 2nd place. And Villarino is doing all he can. Look how hard he's having to work inside that car, really wrestling with the steering wheel, but can't really do much more than he is. All his efforts facing forwards, hoping that his spotter is giving him the right information he needs to keep Gabillon at bay. There is Iniesta, car number 7, still behind Chiva the 3rd, but not far behind at all. Chiva the 3rd will feel Iniesta right over his shoulders at all times, just waiting for that little mistake to be made. Back to the front then, and we've got no change for the front 2, but there are battles through every single part of this track. Here we have the battle for 7th place then, as we go on board with Willy Bacina driving the number 37 Knauf Racing Team car this weekend. He's now behind Alan Day. Alan Day, of course, performing very well this weekend in car number 54. We're still on board then with Willy Bacina, and he is trying to close the gap. Alan Day doing all he can and keeping the gap nice and honest, as they say. Battle for 1st place then. The leaders up front starting to increase their gap further on the rest of the pack. They've been steadily pulling ahead, but they really seem to have the bit between their teeth, as they say, and will be catching up with the back markers before too long. Battle for 3rd place, well, Nicola Roca just there in car number 56 is fighting very hard with Matthias Lauda. The Austrian is very fast in his return to the series, right on the back of Nicola Roca in the car number 56, the black and blue car, one to look out for. So Iniesta leading Chiva the 3rd. Lietz, number 67, is the Challenger Trophy leader ahead of Calcinati, number 68, and Aya Jr. in car number 21. We'll have a look at each of those, I'm sure, as we keep an eye on this little battle here. I say little battle, it is absolutely stonking, isn't it? Amazing stuff here on the track. Car number 24 there, the 2 PK Car Sport teammates fighting it out for a 10th spot. That is Longen ahead of Campen. Longen just there keeping off the teammate Campen, who needs all the points he can get for the championships. He will not be liking this. He will not like being behind his teammate, but he's still got to get past him fair and square. Behind them, though, in the battle for 12th is Hugo Beck. Also, Freddie Nordstrom in car number 44. A very solid race for them. And they are both behind car number 5, that of Florian Ranur. And a big spin. Oh, contact involving Kumpen and Bert Longen. Oh, that was not what they wanted. A spin for them both. And out comes the safety car to clear up the track. That was not what they wanted. The team will not be happy with that. But all to play for, I suppose. The company had to do something, but that wasn't it. So the restart then, lap number 40. We're on board with Iniesta. The safety car goes in. Villarino perfectly prepared for the restart and leads Gabion, Roca and Lauda and all the others, of course. A great restart then for Ander Villarino, diving in on the inside. He's got perfect position. Brilliant stuff there from Ander Villarino, holding everybody off at arm's length, and that is exactly what he wanted to do, and that is exactly what he managed to do. We go on board with Iniesta, trying to take the inside line, and it has worked. He is now 4th. He has now got ahead. Lauda was not able to keep that position just there. Iniesta taking it from him, saying thank you very much, and now Lauda has got everything to do to keep that position himself. Up ahead though, battle for first place still is between Ander Villarino and Frederic Gabion, who really is hunting him down at all times. We go on board then with Gabion, and look how close he is to Villarino, closing him down as best he can under the braking. And Villarino squirming around a fair bit on this oval circuit, but highly motivated to get the win. And it's going to take a very, very good drive from Gabion to prevent the win there for Villarino, currently in the race lead. So the battle for first then is Ander Villarino ahead of Frederic Gabion. And then it's car number 56 of Nicola Roca in 3rd place. Battle for 5th and 6th. Well, that is between car number 66, Matthias Lauda, and Philippe Lietz as well. We go back on board now, this time with Romain Iniesta, who is trying to pass Philippe Lietz to car number 67. The battle for 5th place, 67 against 7, who is Romain Iniesta, the man you're looking at, or were looking at just then. Back with the race leader then, and the gap is starting to close now. Frederic Gabion right on the back there, and it has to be said that Nicola Roca is also gaining on them too. Fantastic stuff. And as we go round here, we have got Ander Villarino. He's been leading from the start of this race, and the money is on him to win it, but anything can happen as the heat starts to get into the tyres. The gap is starting to close between the top 3, but the rest of the pack starting to fall further back right now as they start to gain on the back markers. Back on board now with Romain Iniesta, who is still trying to pass Philippe Lietz, but having no joy right now. And up ahead of them, well, Lietz holding him off. He seems to be doing fairly well out there, Lietz. He seems to have everything quite where he wants it. He's in very good position, trying to gain as much as he can on the rest of the team in 4th and 5th. So there's the race leader, and not long to go now. The gap is fairly comfortable now for Ander Villarino. He seems to have this one wrapped up, but we've spoken too soon before, haven't we, in the NASCAR, and things have gone horribly wrong, especially as the tyres start to get really hot here on this boiling day at Tours Speedway. But no problems, it seems, this time for Ander Villarino, who notched his 20th career win, a dominant one on the 0.403 miles of Tours Speedway as he led from flag to flag. A fantastic win. Nicola Roca takes the win in the Junior Jerome Sarin Trophy. The Challenger Trophy and Best Move Award goes to Lietz with 7 places won. Absolutely phenomenal racing all weekend from the Tours Speedway, and what a great way to end this weekend. Villarino winning from flag to flag, a very happy man celebrating in style.
It was an unbelievable car. Even if Fred has done the fastest lap today, he was a little bit fastest at the beginning of each stint. But then at long runs, I think my car was a little bit better, and it's paid off. So thanks to the team. Congratulations to Fred and his team. They've done a great weekend too.
My car was too hot, and after my seat was hotting too much, so my ass is really burned. So 2 second place in Tour, yeah, it's great. For the championship, it's not so bad. After Ander, I think it's gonna be 40 points before me, so it's gonna be hard. But like every time, I'm running after points, so that's race. But I'm happy for the team. He works a lot.
So there you have it. Villarino is on the top step of the podium ahead of Frederic Gabillon and Nicola Rocco. So Ander Villarino increases the lead in the championships. He's got a 29-point advantage over Eddie Cheever III and 41 over Frederic Gabillon ahead of the playoffs. So don't miss the first round of the playoffs where the points will be doubled in Magione on the 11th and 12th of September. We'll see you then.